Winners embrace failure. Losers fear it. Let's start with a harsh truth. You will experience failure. It's not a question of if but when. The path to any great success, whether building a business empire or amassing investment riches or even losing weight, is littered with missteps, obstacles, and those dreaded setbacks that any average person would label as catastrophic failures. But you're not an average person, are you? If you want to be a winner, you need to reject the disempowering mindset of fearing failure and beating ourselves up over mistakes. Instead, we relish those seemingly disappointing moments not as miserable failures, but as critical feedback signposts guiding us to our next breakthrough. When you learn to love the lesson in every setback, failures transform from something to be dreaded into invaluable tuition payments, accelerating you toward your ultimate million-dollar destination. Learn from the best. Speaking of invaluable life lessons, let's examine some iconic business titans who personified the empowering mindset of welcoming failure for the priceless insights it offered on their journeys to extraordinary success. When a young Bill Gates co-founded Microsoft in 1975, he and partner Paul Allen laughably underestimated the original MS-DOS operating system's market potential, naively pricing its licensing rights to computer manufacturers for a mere $80,000. A massive mistake when you consider that decision enabled other upstarts to essentially profit more from those licensing fees than Microsoft itself. But instead of wallowing in regret over that embarrassing blunder, Gates identified it as invaluable feedback that they desperately needed to protect their intellectual property rights more aggressively moving forward. Using that stinging setback as potent fuel to evolve, Microsoft absorbed that brutal lesson into its future strategies and negotiating tactics, fiercely guarding software rights that transformed the company into one of the world's most dominant players and made millionaires out of early employees. If this video has blessed, inspired, or encouraged you in any way, please help us share our empowerment message to the whole world by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Please be sure to click the bell icon. Tell us your personal success or struggle story in the comments so we can help you with a custom advice video. Look at the legendary inventor Thomas Edison, the man whose titanic appetite for failure propelled his journey from a teenage telegraph operator to world-renowned businessman and pioneering innovator behind revolutionary inventions like the phonograph, motion picture camera, and his most famous paradigm-shattering invention, the incandescent light bulb. While Edison had many business successes under his belt by the time he began pursuing artificial illumination in his late 30s, his appetite for experimentation and journeying into the unknown meant his failures, or lessons, as he termed them, drastically outnumbered his triumphs. And the light bulb quest would mark the pinnacle of Edison's lifelong addiction to courting failure's feedback on his quest to transform the world. By his own self-effacing admission, the esteemed inventor conducted anywhere between 10,000 to 50,000 failed experiments before finally achieving the breakthrough design for his iconic light bulb and electric lighting system. But each painstaking iteration that fell short, from duds like his early hair-based filaments to gradually optimized prototypes, was rapturously embraced by Edison's team as instrumental data, insightful feedback lighting their path forward. And by willingly marching directly into the teeth of experiments guaranteed to disappoint in the short term, Edison harnessed their life-changing potential. I didn't fail 10,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 10,000 steps.
Attitude dicta tout comme.
So recognizing failure as invaluable feedback to accelerate us to our ultimate destinations is clearly a mindset adopted by the biggest winners to ever grace this planet. But it's one thing to intellectualize that lesson, and quite another to develop a mindset and attitude to truly embrace it in the heat of your million-dollar journey. That's why developing the unstoppable habit of interpreting failures with curiosity, not criticism, is so essential. Rather than spiraling into blame, shame, or whipping yourself for recent miscues, instead dispassionately isolate exactly what occurred and analyze it with ruthless self-honesty. When a business deal falls through, a stock tanks, or a new product flops, conduct an after-action review, diligently diagnosing what specific actions, decisions, and underlying assumptions you made that inadvertently paved the road to an undesired result. And no, this debrief isn't fueled by ego-bruising self-recrimination. You're simply gathering clinical feedback to calibrate your approach on the next endeavor. As legendary hockey icon Wayne Gretzky remarked regarding his career record-breaking number of misses exceeding his equally renowned number of goals, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." So each embarrassing goal-scoring miss was data arming him to refine his attack and ultimate emerge victorious far more often than not. Fail fast, fail frequently. But here's the thing. You shouldn't just passively wait around for failures to rack up occasional misfortune. Instead of trying to avoid mistakes at all costs, you need to actively accelerate your failure rate by embracing calculated risk-taking to acquire more data and insights exponentially faster than your competition. Game-changing innovation never travels a linear path. It's always an unpredictable zigzag of endless refinements adapting and tacking based on new feedback and data points from previous misfires and poor launches. But think about some of the modern world's most impactfully disruptive companies like Airbnb and Uber. Their current trillion-dollar success is the net result of endless tinkering and years stumbling through multiple tortuous pivots from shaky initial incarnations few wanted or understood. So ignore societal messages urging conservative risk aversion. You need to fight that deeply ingrained scarcity mindset blaring, "Avoid mistakes and losses," to accelerate acquiring new insights. Every seemingly painful misstep equates to freedom chits purchased for extracting newfound nuggets of feedback data more rapidly than your risk-averse competitors. Attack failure head-on. Still, this mindset of embracing failure requires getting intimately comfortable with the prospect of losing, not just with your business, but with money itself on the investing front. Because if you lack the intestinal fortitude to risk real capital skin in the game, you'll never acquire enough high-stakes feedback to refine your approaches to the wealth creation methods vital to unleashing your richest potential. Master the feedback loop. Ultimately, folks, you need to recognize that the world's most successful entrepreneurs, business builders, and investors never actually eliminate failures from their lives. They master the ability to continuously learn and optimize from those failures at exponential rates surpassing everyone else. While your paycheck-to-paycheck friends and neighbors adopt a conservative, failure-avoidant lifestyle, your mindset is focused on learning from your mistakes and scaling up what you did right. This is how you become unstoppable. If this video has blessed, inspired, or encouraged you in any way, please help us share our empowerment message to the whole world by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Please be sure to click the bell icon. Tell us your personal success or struggle story in the comments so we can help you with a custom advice video.